And what we see in the Arctic is that it's a high likelihood that activities in important areas will increase. It will not increase as fast as the environmental changes that we see in the Arctic, but it will be on an upward trend.
Well, first of all, we have a vast array of interests in the Arctic and a vast array of influences on the Arctic as well. We have, for instance, developments within the Arctic, which could be fisheries, for instance. We have shipping activities, tourism activities as well, and the exploration and exploitation of hydrocarbons such as oil and natural gas, but also minerals.
Recent estimates suggest that 30% of the world undiscovered gas and 13% of the undiscovered oil is actually located in the Arctic region.
We have international developments with regards to climate change and also with regards to long-range and transboundary pollution. So these are just a couple of aspects which really define the need for different frameworks and institutional and legal frameworks in the Arctic.
What that convention allows for is for the Arctic Ocean to be treated like any other ocean or body of water, and for particularly the 4 or 5 Arctic coastal states to declare exclusive economic zones and to have a whole series of sovereign rights. But the law of the sea also sets out certain rights and responsibilities, of course, of non-coastal states. And where it becomes, I think, trickier is what happens in those areas of the ocean, including the seabed, beyond exclusive economic zones. In other words, from 200 nautical miles onwards. And of course, in the context of the Arctic, you do have this large space, the Central Arctic Ocean, that appears beyond those exclusive economic zones. So that's partly the issue. How do you resolve ownership issues in those areas, but at the same time also allow coastal states to maximise, as they're allowed to do, their sovereign rights over the seabed? The challenge, I think, is actually how you get effective marine governance in the face of 2 fundamental pressures. On the one hand, anxieties about how the Arctic environment is changing and changing rapidly, and secondly, on the other hand, how the Arctic is going to be exploited in the future if, for example, oil, gas, fish and other basic resources, including minerals, get exploited more intensively.
So there are some challenges that are graver in the Arctic than elsewhere. Also some risks, also the implications of an accident are likely to be even graver if they occur in the Arctic or some places in the Arctic than if they occur elsewhere. That means that some of the challenges that Arctic states face will require closer collaboration among themselves in terms of raising the capacity to tackle an incident.
And so it's actually reconciling those kinds of pressures and how you actually govern them is going to be quite critical in the Arctic region.